Happy to be joined now by redshirt sophomore Danny Newsome. He is in the third year in the program, one of 5 walk-ons on the team from the Houston area. And Danny, appreciate your time. Talk about the process of getting from high school to UT as a walk-on. I'm sure you had opportunities to go play scholarship basketball. What kind of went into it?
Yeah, so I had offers from as small as like a D3 as Trinity, and then several offers from Patriot League schools such as Lafayette and Lehigh, and then even Air Force at one point was offering me. But Texas was the first one to spot me. Coach Lanier and Coach Barnes saw me playing an AAU game against Cameron Ridley, and I ended up having 21 points, and we like to give Cam a hard time about
I imagine
that.
So the process is, as a preferred walk-on, you come in with, you know you're going to be on the team, but other than that, you kind of know your role, which is kind of talk about that.
Exactly. So I'm on campus a lot, and people are always like, "Oh, you're walking on the basketball team. How'd you do that?" And I have to tell them, like, it's not so hard as like getting your foot in the door as much as it is solidifying your role. 'Cause you got to do 2 things. Most importantly, you've got to make sure you have a positive impact on team chemistry, and you've got to make sure you have a skill set that you can utilize in practice.
Well, and that's the key. I mean, you've got to bring it every day in practice. The guys are playing for playing time.
Exactly.
You're basically playing to be a practice guy and push those guys. What hurdles does that present for you, or you just go in with that same mindset every day?
Yeah, so it might be hard to realize that you're playing just for your spot on the bench, but yeah, once you get to know your role and just do your best at trying to do that every day in practice.
And then during the games, I mean, you guys are there, especially on the road when you don't have as many fans there. You're kind of the crowd, but talk about the guys on the bench and how you bring that energy.
Yeah, so the 5 walk-ons, we've kind of taken a pride, and we got to be the energy guys. When things that might not be going our way during a game, if there's a spark, we gotta make sure we take full advantage of that and get the guys pumped up.
Well, I want to mention the other ones: Brandon Adams, Terrell Murray, Ryan McClurg, and Joe Schwartz. And you guys have kind of taken social media by storm with your Twitter handle, the UT B-Ball Walk-Ons. But your catchphrase is what?
We're the last ones off the bench. Exactly.
Awesome. And kind of, what do you do? How do you decide what kind of content you put out there when you put pictures from the road, things like that?
Yeah, so when I went to Ryan when we were thinking about this idea, and I was like, it'd be really cool if we could just document our adventures as being walk-ons on the team. And so we just decided, why don't we just take pictures at half court at every single venue we play at. And that started to become really popular. And then when we won the 2K Classic, I've got a brother who started using Photoshop a lot. And I was like, is there any way you can make the Empire State Building orange? And sure enough, he was able to do it. And when we won the 2K Classic, we posted that picture of the Empire State Building being orange. And even my mom thought it was real. So and we had a bunch of people. It's like, oh, they really laid it orange and y'all won? They're like, oh, yeah, of course they did.
Big Apple wrapped their arms around the Longhorns. But, I mean, you're an accounting major. You've got a full load. I mean, it's fun, but it's got to be a hectic schedule for you.
Oh, yeah, and it's funny. We've me, Terrell, and Brandon are all accounting majors here at UT, and it's the #1 accounting program in the country, and it's one of the toughest programs offered here at UT. And that being said, Dr. Ryan and our staff for the athletic academic counseling do a great job at setting us up for success and just making sure we have all the tools to succeed.
We're going to bring in Coach Barnes, and we'll continue our visit with Danny Newsome right after this. You're watching Longhorn Weekly on LHN and listening on the Longhorn IMG Radio Network. We're back. Rick Barnes joins us. Danny Newsome, redshirt sophomore in. And Coach, the role of walk-ons in practice, I would imagine they're vital because you're dealing with injury, you're dealing with fatigue, trying to rest guys, but you want to have a full practice as well.
Well, we are blessed with the guys we have, the lube crew, And first of all, they are invaluable to us. The way just great people. They love being a part of it. The players love them to death. The players embrace them, treat them the way they should as equal teammates, and they're there. And obviously they're all great students. But talk a little bit about the Lube crew and all you guys have going now. It's really become quite a thing.
Yeah. So LOOB, that is Lube crew. Don't get that messed up. So yeah, we've really taken pride in the whole scout team aspect of it. We really love being able to take on the persona of other players. Like, for instance, we got Iowa State on Saturday, and we really think that Brandon Adams has the best Niang game. And so whenever we start having to get ready for Iowa State, we always give Brandon a hard time. Like, you ready? You ready to do your job here? Because you're gonna be vital.
But everywhere they go to, you guys you have a little following now?
Oh yeah. So, and I've joked with Ryan about this. I didn't think we were gonna get more than like 300 followers on this Twitter account. We're almost at 1,800 right now, and I've got people in class asking me, what did y'all tweet last night? I was waiting for it. And so I'm just dumbfounded that we've created demand for tweets on Twitter.
It's UTB ball walk-ons, once again, the Twitter handle of the last ones off the bench. But you mentioned student athlete, Rick. They've got to obviously get it done. These are students who are basketball players as well. I know they all are, but you know, you're realistic about what their future is.
Well, if you're going to be a walk-on, you have to be able to perform in the classroom. And Danny obviously was a great student. Now, Danny had scholarship offers. He could have, gone elsewhere. But how has what we have here academically, because Danny would be successful with or without probably much help, but how much have you used Randa and the academics?
Oh yeah, they've been excellent. I think the main deal there is, like, we've got such a crazy travel schedule, and so it's awesome that I can just get Randa, be able email a teacher and be like, this is what's going on. Can you work with us as far as scheduling tests, and then just finding, I've got some pretty hard classes, and it might be hard to find a tutor for that. You might need obscure tutors, and Randa and her staff do a great job at helping us out with that.
How hard has it been being because you've been you're a part of our team. You do what everybody else does. How hard has that been for you, plus knowing that academics, that's what you want more than anything?
Yeah, so it's a lot of hours academically and athletically, and so there's definitely been some late nights as far as academics go, but in the end it's all been very worth it, and I'm very grateful.
How many hours a day would you say that you are between, I'm talking from the time you get up, involved in school, whether it's class, study hall, basketball, and how many hours would you say you're
So yeah, it's probably like, we do like 4 hours of class, and then we go to the gym, and we're in the gym for like 4 or 5 hours, whether it's weights, film, or basketball
we
practice.
Can't go 5, that'd be a violation. but they're over there.
We're on our own time.
Because they're over there. Again, people would probably be surprised how much time you guys just hang out over there.
Exactly, yeah.
Because, again, that's kind of the friendships that they develop. They're there.
Right.
They seem to hang out there a whole lot.
And then after that, it's usually like 3 or 4 hours of homework to be done after that.
That's a full load. Danny, we appreciate your time. Good luck to you guys and the last ones off the bench. We'll come back and look ahead to another busy week for the Longhorns on the Longhorn IMG Radio Network.